Today, my friend, we're going to talk about the concept of investment. And I don't mean investing into your wealth. I mean this idea of getting a woman to invest in you and how this all works. And I'm going to give you an example of how it works with a really great question. When you get a girl invested in you, and this is different than attraction. It's like attraction happens first. It's like she's interested, she's attracted. But then you want to get her invested in you. This is what gets her to respond to you, to want to meet up with you, to want to have sex with you. And by the way, sex is another form of investment, which means she becomes even more invested in you after she has sex. So that's not what today's video is about. It's more about something you say to her, or a question, or a type of question that you're going to ask her that gets her more invested in you. And like I said, when this happens, you're going to see a much more powerful response from her in terms of wanting to see you, be with you, and have sex with you. Real quick, I want to note this. There's sometimes people in the comments who say, you know, this is only about sex, this is only about casual sex, this is just about picking up women. And yeah, there are a lot of videos about that, but understand that this is not just about picking up girls and having sex. This is stuff, I mean, pretty much every single one of my videos is important for relationships too. If in fact, most of the time I'm talking about relationships, and not that neither is better than the other. To me, it's all the same. Whether you want a relationship or a casual relationship, so be it. Whatever you want to do, you want to do. But understand that a lot of the stuff, if not all of the stuff that I talk about on this channel, is for both. We're talking about the whole general idea of getting a woman attracted to you. And she has to be attracted and invested in you to have sex with you and to be in a relationship with you. So all this stuff counts. Okay, so let's continue here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna ask certain questions that's gonna get her invested. So let me explain a little bit more about invested, and then we'll get to the question. I know everyone's gonna want the question, but you're not gonna be able to use it without understanding how it works. So it's gonna be pointless for you anyway. So just listen for a second. So the idea here is, when you are making her invested in you, she's gonna want a return on her investment. You ever heard that? A return on your investment? The reason why you invest into things is so you get a return. You know, if I invest $500, let's say, into the stock market, I'm gonna want a return. I'm gonna want something back, more than $500. I'm gonna want, you know, for example, $1,000, double, triple, whatever. I'm gonna want more than I put into it. So she's gonna want to get a return on her investment when she invests into you. And a great way to do that is by qualification, getting her to qualify herself to you, as if you guys are in an interview and you're the one who is giving her the chance to work for you, right? So it's like she's the one who's trying to get you. She's the one who's trying to get the job, so to speak. And we do that with qualification questions, okay? So I wrote a bunch down here, and I'm gonna give you the examples. And I don't want you to use these examples, okay? Because they're not gonna necessarily pertain to you, but I am gonna teach you how to come up with your own that will pertain to you. And we're really killing two birds with one stone here, because one, it's gonna get her to qualify, but it's also gonna make sure you find someone who's gonna be a good fit. Okay, so one of the examples, one of the questions is, you know, I think it's important that people know how to cook for themselves, and I love cooking. Do you ever cook nice meals for yourself? That's one example. Here's another one. Are you one of those girls who just kind of sits around all day and watches TV, or do you actually have some interesting hobbies? Another one is, I'm curious, how many books did you read this year? So these are questions that are getting her to qualify herself, kind of prove herself to you, and say like, no, yeah, I cook for myself. I love to cook. Or she's gonna say, no, I'm not one of those girls. I definitely have interesting hobbies. I like to do this, this, and this. Or she's gonna say, you know, oh, I've read a bunch of books this year. I've read, you know, 5, 10, 15 books, whatever. Or maybe she hasn't read that many books, or she doesn't cook for herself, whatever. If she doesn't answer in a way that you like, she's disqualified. Okay, so again, we're doing two things here. One, finding out if this person is someone you want to hang out with and be with. And two, it's getting her to try to prove herself to you, which makes her more invested in you, because if she's trying to do this, psychologically, she's gonna put more work in because she's already trying to prove herself. So the idea here is we're asking questions, or a question at the very least, to get her to qualify, to make sure she's someone that you wanna be with. Remember, you're the prize, you're the guy who's making sure that these women are good enough to be with you. We're gonna flip the script here, reverse the whole situation. It's not about you trying to impress the girl. It's about you getting her to try to impress you. What is a question that you can come up with? What's something that you like to do or that you want in a partner? Maybe it's something with political beliefs or religious beliefs or something you're really interested in or a specific value of yours, like you really value time with your family. You can ask her a question about that. And you're doing it in a slight teasing way. Like you're not going to be like, like you're actually someone interviewing someone. Like, you're going to be a little bit light with it. Like, okay, so let's be honest. Do you ever cook nice meals for yourself? Like, do you actually cook food for yourself, or you're just one of those girls who just orders Postmates and DoorDash and whatever all the time? Or can you actually cook yourself a good meal? So you're doing it kind of like you're teasing her, but you're actually half serious and want to find out really what's going on and trying to learn about her. So I want you to come up with your own question. And I know there's going to be people joking around, but take this seriously. Let's learn from each other here. I'm really curious. Let's see one of yours. Why don't you write down your example down below in the comments, and I'll be there in the comments and I'll tell you if it's a good one. And maybe I'll even tweak some to see if you're on the right page here. But come up with your own, and let's try to use this and know to use this the next time you're talking to a girl. Even if it's over text message or in person, either way, it's something that you can use when you're communicating with someone. I don't love using it over text because really text should be used to get to the point where you've met up with her, but it could be something you might text her if she hasn't been responsive, and it gets her to respond to you. So it can be used for that as well. So let's see in the comments, write that down below, and I'll see you in the next video.